Hey guys, Travis here to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate fairness because of what it's probably doing to you. So this is actually the beginning of a multi-part series of videos where I talk about the many ways that fairness sucks. And this first one is called Fairness is Making You Miserable. All right, so let's set the table. Fairness is equal treatment. Rewards and punishments are distributed proportional to and based only on things under one's control. Two people do the exact same job. They both do it well. Fairness says they're entitled to the same amount of pay for the same amount of work. I'm going to be encouraging you to abandon the concept of fairness in your personal life. But fairness is still useful if you make laws, if you have employees, if you're a cop. There's non-personal settings where fairness can still be a useful idea. But if you try to apply fairness to the rest of your life, it will ruin you. Fairness is fundamentally an enslaving idea. It's disempowering. And it's great for the folks up at the top of a society, because they can say, hey, the reason that we're up here at the top and running the show is that we just deserve it more than anyone else. We're smarter, we worked harder, we found the opportunities that we needed, and now here we are up at the top, and if everyone else was just as smart and hardworking as us, they would be as successful as us. But since you're not, since you're on some level less deserving of our success and happiness, we're gonna run the show and tell you what to do. Fairness is great for keeping everyone in check and propping up the people at the top. But the real danger of fairness is much more insidious. The hidden message of fairness, and the reason that it's actually so easy for us to accept, is that it's telling you that the system, the man, God, your parents, your spouse, your boss, your company, the universe, random chance, something outside of you is deciding your fate and is watching and taking care of you and making sure that you get what you deserve. So as long as you take care of the system, if you stand in line, if you wait your turn, you say please and thank you, you do what you're told, if you pay into the system, then eventually it will pay you back. And if you don't fit in, the results will be disastrous because you're gonna get your comeuppance, the system will destroy you. So for you to have the life that you dream, you're first gonna have to put in 5 to 10 years in a classroom setting, doing research, writing papers, following this very specific pattern of life and thought. And at the end of that, we'll give you a piece of paper, put a few letters at the end of your name, and you have permission to go live the life that you want. Or you start in the mailroom of this massive company and you do as you're told for years, you work hard and you keep contributing, and eventually you'll be promoted through the ranks and you'll be rich and successful and you'll have a life just like the people up at the top, because that's what you deserve, because you earned it by starting at the bottom. Or you take care of yourself and you work hard and you dress well and you do your makeup and you go out and meet people, but you're waiting for that one person that you deserve, the person that you're earning because you're such a good person, the person that God or the universe or whatever has in store for you because of your goodness. Now, we're almost all raised to believe in fairness. And at some point along the way, we're gonna realize that the system is not gonna take care of us and that the investment that we put into it is not gonna come back. And that moment where you feel robbed and betrayed and lost is the first half of a huge breakthrough. The moment where you realize the system is rigged. You know, the whole thing is just designed to make me stay quiet and show up in my cubicle and put in a day's work. My soulmate isn't coming along. I'm realizing I'm never gonna get the job that I feel entitled to, the one that I was promised if I just worked hard and never called in sick. You know, here I am after all these years in college and getting my postgraduate degree, and finally I'm emerging out the other side, and in spite of all these empty promises, I'm realizing that the system is not gonna take care of me and I'm not gonna be able to have the career that I wanted or the life I was promised. And that moment of betrayal, if that's all you realize, there's really nothing to do with it except to feel despair or impotent rage at everyone who taught you about fairness. You just have this empty, rebellious, well, life sucks. Because you haven't drilled down into the really dangerous idea, which is that the system controls your fate. As long as you still believe that, then if the system isn't giving you what you deserve, all you can do is fall into this helpless, blame-shifting victim mindset. Your life is still totally out of your control, and why bother doing anything or trying to accomplish anything? It's all just random, unfair, pointless. The other half of that breakthrough, to get past the despair and the rage, and get to the point where fairness stops enslaving you, you have to take control of your own life. That moment where you ask, well, if my boss isn't going to take care of me, if the universe isn't going to, if God isn't going to take care of me, if my parents, my spouse, if none of these people are going to take care of me, who's going to do it? Finish that by answering, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have the life that I want, because rather than asking what I deserve, I'm just going to ask, what do I want? And then I'm going to take the steps to go and get it. I'm not going to let anyone tell me that I don't deserve it, that I haven't earned it, that I haven't paid my dues, or that I'm not good enough. That moment, that breakthrough, is the moment where fairness stops making you miserable, and you're finally free to live the life you want. Thanks for watching.